All right, so here we're at the bench, and let's give it a look. This is what the box looks like. You got the back here, and I guess eventually they'll give us those figures. I'm not sure how far down the road, but it's kind of nice that we get fully articulated figures that go with the tank itself. And as you can see, we got some interior down here as well. So these things are a little bit interesting. Looks like you kind of open up this top flap, and then you have the magazine here, which I've already cut out because I want to save the magazine. I'll show that to you after. And on the left side is pretty much explaining these kind of like bonus items that you get as a part of your subscription. There's this metal plate here and this toolkit box. Those two things are actually delayed. I just got an email, and because this is so popular, those two things are still in production. So I guess I'll get those later down the road. I think I'll get this next week, and at the end, I guess they print out your name that you ordered on this little plaque so that you can say, hey, you've built the whole thing after 100 weeks. And at the end, if you pay like another 300 yen per issue, they'll give you this this little case that you can display your tank in after. I am doing that, by the way, which I'm not sure it's very worth it, but I need somewhere to put it, so we'll do with that. And here are the parts. They say they give you all of the tools that you need outside of glue. So they actually include a screwdriver here. And it's kind of nice that this thing doesn't have spruce, so you don't really have to spend time cleaning up flash and making sure all the parts dry fit together really easily. So hopefully that works together nice. But before we get into this, let's take a look at the magazine itself. So here's the magazine. Again, I cut it out of the box. They make it really easy to do. And this is the first issue, and as you can see, it's going to be about 58.5 centimeters long. It's a 1/12 scale, and it's the Panzer IV-H. So here's the first page. They kind of give you the entire view of it, and it's really nice. I'll include the link in the bottom of the video so that you can see for yourself how this thing all works, but I think it's only available in Japan, sadly. You may be able to find a vendor that will ship it out to you in another country, but making sure you're able to get each week's copy might be a little difficult. Anyway, like as in the story, apparently you'll be able to trigger that white flag, when the tank gets knocked out. And here's kind of a close-up of some of the characters. If I can bring it in closer, here's some of the interior. It looks really nice. That's kind of what really got me into wanting to do this, is the full-on detailed interior. I'm kind of a nerd for that, so that's really nice. And if we pop this up, I'll take a picture of it after so I can display. This is kind of hard to do while filming. But yeah, we got this whole pop-out thing of the tank, and it's really nice actually. And they got the specifications down here, and a couple more pictures of all of the interior parts. But yeah, and it all comes pre-painted, which is nice, and none of it's on the sprue, so that's another plus. Let's see if we can pick up the right tab here. And you can probably take off the skirts as well, and they have this little blurb here about the history of the Panzer IV with some of the real images, which I really like. I really enjoy that. It's hard to find real images of tanks and soldiers of World War II, so it's really nice seeing this. This is my favorite tank of all time. Probably one of the only tanks that Germany in World War II could really produce a lot of, and it was quite reliable compared to the other tanks. Not as glorious as the Tiger and the 88mm cannon, but definitely a very important tank to the German army during World War II. So here's what it can do. It looks like it's a fully actuating turret, so it can go full 360 degrees. It can also aim up and down. And as we go along here, the remote control, which looks like the seal of Orai Joshi Koko, I believe. Sorry, I'm not a huge fan of the story. I know that's sacrilege, but I'm really big into the tanks. I'm kind of new into the series, so pardon me. And it has some lights here too, it looks like. So a fully articulating kit really is pretty interesting. And kind of an overview of what each issue is going to look like. We're going to have, I think, at the back of the magazine, directions of how to put it together, as well as some historical pieces of information about the tank, and probably about some crews, and some information about the characters. And I do think they interview some of the voice actors and put the interview on one of the sheets. So that's kind of nice too, if you're really a big fan of the voice actors and the story. And I guess they got more excerpts about the series itself. I have watched all the episodes, but I am not the most detailed about everything. So pardon me again if I make any mistakes. And I guess there are a couple of more things that are be given to us for free later on. Getting over here, It looks like kind of a preview into the next issue, number 2. It looks like it will be the 17th. I think it's going to be running a little bit late though, because I got an email about that the other day. And again, more information about the freebies, as well as if you pay for the premium service, you can get that plexiglass case at the end. Not sure it's very worth it. Okay, and I think this pop out is nothing more than the subscription, but I don't think anyone really does this by hand anymore. I was able to do this online, and they charge it to me. My credit card automatically. Okay, as we keep going, yep, it looks like we're now here at the build the tank part. So let's take a look at this. So here we go, kind of an overview, an index, as well as the parts that are included. And it looks like we're building the gun. So not many parts this week, but it was only 300 yen for this first issue. I think after this issue, they're all going to be 2,500 yen. With current exchange and the dollar being strong, about $20 an issue. So it's not cheap, guys. So here we go. We're at the kit now, so I'll kind of get the parts out and get ready, and I'll be right back. So coming back to this, let's get started. So I guess we're going to start with the end of the barrel, and I'm using that same super glue they have advertised here. I don't think it really matters, but let's give it a go. I took out the parts, and this is what it looks like. Not in the sprue, but it's kind of, well, nicely packaged. I like not having a sprue. I grew up with Revell monogram kits, and it was a lot of work getting them off the sprues, and I was cleaning up flash from all the pieces. So let's get to work here. So we'll start off with the barrel. And obviously you want to probably dry fit things first. Always dry fit, that's the key here. See how well this thing fits together. And honestly, it fits pretty well. It fits so well that when I dry fitted it, I couldn't take it apart very easily in order to put glue back on. Okay, so now that that part's done, we can put it down over here. So it looks like over here, we're going to have to put it in the screw. So I'm going to use that screwdriver. I got a better screwdriver, but heck, I paid so much money for this. I'm just going to use the one that they included. So my hands are pretty big. So this might be a little challenge. And there we have it. That piece is done. It's quite straightforward. So looks like we got the barrel here. What the cool thing about this barrel is that it's metal. It's a metal barrel. So that's really surprising. I thought it'd be a little bit too heavy. It's kind of a significant weight. But I think it's going to go right in here like this, very simply. I think there's a notch down here. If I can get it in properly. Oh yeah, it just goes in like that. So I'll get some glue on it, and let's see how that goes. Okay, it looks like we got the barrel and the end of the gun done. Okay, so it looks like the next thing we've got to do is get this intermediary piece in there. Looks like this, and I guess there's another screw that holds that all together. So let's give that a try. Oh, you can see right through it. That's good. It's not bad fitting, I guess. Again, big fingers here, so it's going to be a little difficult to get this all in there, but we'll see. And I might add too much coffee this morning. Alright. And these screws are really snug, so you really have to put a little bit of effort into it. Okay, there she goes. Nice. It's in there nice and snug. I'm really surprised with how everything's fitting very nicely so far. It's been really good. Okay, so now that that's done, let's move on. Okay, next it looks like we're going to get more of this turret done. So we're going to start over here, and I'll just dry fit it, and while I'm off camera I'll put the glue on, because you're not going to want to see my hands doing all that. So I think this is going to go over here. And then after that, it looks like we have the main gun mounted machine gun. Seems like there's a notch over here someplace. Yeah, that goes in just like that. And then this little piece goes on. I guess that must be the machine gun barrel just sticking out there. Yeah, see, you can see over there like that. And then at the end, I'm going to have to go reach all the way back in there to these like little holes back there. I don't know if you can see them. And somehow get some screws down there. Again, I have pretty big hands, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'll be back when I get this all glued together. So I got that together. It wasn't very difficult. Looks good. So we got this part of the turret that connects to the tank itself. All right, and they had this little piece here as well as the turret-mounted machine gun. And over here we have the completed barrel. As you can see, it's a pretty clean kit. It's all pre-painted, and it uses a mixture of glue as well as screws to get everything done. So that's pretty much it for this kit this week. So little by little, after 100 weeks, they'll come together. So I'll put that aside for now. And let's finish up looking at the magazine itself. Okay, so we've gotten up to this part, Kansei. And let's take a look here. We got some more images and a little bit of history, it looks like. Maybe a little bit more talk about the gun itself. So very nice, very beautiful tank in my opinion. And this is my favorite version. I really love the Panzer IV with the skirts. This H model is very beautiful, and I love it that it's in mustard. And we got a little bit more here about the characters themselves. Again, I'm not the most well learned in the Girls und Panzer universe, but I definitely enjoyed the episodes as well as the movies. I hope the next movie comes out soon, because I really left with a cliffhanger against the Finnish army. Over here a little bit more, maybe talking about a little bit of strategy. I don't have time right now on video to give you a live translation of it, but here's a little bit of that. Maybe I can do a separate series about walking through each one. Look, we got a picture of the Mark IV down there. What an old tank. But it looks very nice like this. Well done, magazine. It's kind of nice. We get these every week or so. It looks like the voice actor for the main character Mai here. Mai is the name of the voice actor, my bad. Miho. That's right, Miho. And we're just taking a look at her bio. If there's a big desire to get this all translated and explained, you can just let me know in the comments, and maybe I can get a separate episode done, though that will be a lot of work, I think. And here we go, with the older sister there, or the older sister's second in command. And that's the end of it. We have more information about Miho, I guess her height, her birthday, and a few other things here. And I think a lot of fans of the series would really appreciate this stuff, though I don't think there's an English version available. So if people really want me to translate the whole thing, I can do it. It'll take a little bit of time, but maybe we can run a separate series alongside this one. But thanks for watching. This has been the first edition, or the first volume of the Girls und Panzer Build a Panzer IV. I hope to be here in a week or so with the next series coming up.